Imagine you want an EV with 300 miles of range, hands-free driving, and a massive screen, but you don't want to sell your house to afford it. Enter the 2026 Chevrolet Equinox EV. On paper, it looks like a glitch in the Matrix, a long-range SUV priced like a normal car. But GM has a history of software hiccups, and there's a massive feature missing that might be a deal breaker. Today, we're seeing if this is the EV for the rest of us, or if Chevy cut too many corners. We're talking range, the no CarPlay war, and why the cheapest model might be the smartest buy of the year. Let's dive in. We've heard about the $35,000 EV for years, but it's usually a myth, a base model that only exists in press releases. When the Equinox EV launched, everyone was skeptical. If the price climbed to 50 grand once you added basic features, it would be crushed by the Tesla Model Y. If Chevy couldn't keep it cheap, it was dead on arrival. But here's the reality. In 2026, the Equinox EV is holding the line. The LT trims start around $35,000, and with the federal tax credit, some are getting a 319-mile EV for under 30 grand. That's cheaper than many gas SUVs in the same class. Most EVs are marketed as Tesla killers that do 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, giving you whiplash at every light. Chevy took a different path. The base front-wheel drive model has about 220 horsepower. In the EV world, that sounds weak. When you're merging onto a 75-mile-per-hour highway with a full car, adequate isn't always enough. If it feels sluggish, you'll hate driving it. But it's not a race car, it's a commuter. The front-wheel drive version is snappy enough for 90% of people. If you want punch, the AWD version bumps you to 300 horsepower and a 5.9 second 0 to 60. It glides over bumps thanks to the Ultium platform, feeling more like a luxury Cadillac than a budget Chevy.
Range anxiety is the biggest reason people skip EVs. We've all seen the horror stories of cars claiming 300 miles but giving you 180 when it gets cold. The Equinox EV claims 319 miles for the front-wheel drive version. That's a bold claim for a budget SUV. If it's lying, you're stuck at a charger in the middle of nowhere. If the battery is inefficient, the low price is a trap. But real-world tests show Chevy actually underpromised. Owners are hitting 300 miles even unmixed driving. Even in winter, the standard heat pump keeps the battery alive. That 85 kilowatt-hour battery is the secret sauce, making this a viable primary vehicle, not just a grocery getter. Step inside and you'll see a massive 17.7-inch screen that looks like it belongs in a spaceship. It's crisp and makes the interiors of most Toyotas look like they're from 2005. But here's the drama. GM killed Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. In a world where we rely on our phones, Chevy is forcing you to use their Google built-in system. It's a massive gamble. People are furious. If the software is buggy, the car feels like a brick. But after using it, most realize it's actually better. Since it's native Google Maps, the car knows your battery percentage and automatically preconditions it for charging. Plus, you still have physical knobs for volume and climate. You get the high-tech look without the tech headache. You've got the range, but eventually you have to plug in. For years, non-Tesla owners dealt with the charging Hunger Games, broken plugs and slow speeds. The Equinox EV maxes out at 150 kilowatts for fast charging. That's slower than a Hyundai or Kia. On a road trip, will you be stuck at a Walmart for an hour while everyone else zooms away? Is 150 kilowatts enough for 2026? The update that changes everything is native NACS support. This car now has access to the Tesla supercharger network. The reliability issues are gone. While 150 kilowatts isn't record-breaking, it's consistent. You add about 70 miles in 10 minutes, just enough for a bathroom break and a snack. It's practical charging for the real world.
Most affordable cars give you basic lane keep assist, the kind that pings you back and forth like a game of Pong. It's annoying, and most people turn it off. But Chevy offers Super Cruise, a true hands-free driving system for the highway. The catch? It's usually an expensive option for Cadillacs. If it's too glitchy on the Equinox, it's a gimmick. Is it safe to let go of the wheel in a Chevy? Super Cruise is arguably the best hands-free system out there. It uses LiDAR-mapped highways to stay centered and change lanes automatically. It's smooth and doesn't nag you like Tesla's autopilot. If you commute on highways, this feature alone makes the Equinox worth every penny. An SUV needs to be useful. The gas Equinox was the just right size, and the EV is even bigger. But when you open the hood, there's no front trunk, no frunk. For EV fans, that's a crime. Where do you put your charging cables? If the cabin is cramped because of the battery, the SUV label is fake. but the payoff is in the cabin. With no engine, the floor is completely flat. The middle back seat is actually usable for adults. The cargo space is massive, with a deep hidden compartment under the rear floor for your cables. By skipping the frunk, Chevy pushed the dashboard forward, giving you more legroom than you'd expect. It feels like a much larger, more expensive vehicle inside. Is the 2026 EV the ultimate budget EV, or just a cheap alternative? It's not perfect. The lack of CarPlay will still annoy some, and it's not the fastest charger on the block. But the competition is moving further out of reach for the average family. The Equinox EV isn't a status symbol. It's a really good car that happens to be electric. It's comfortable, has massive range, and the price finally makes sense. If you've been waiting for the right time to go electric without feeling ripped off, this is it. It's the EV for the 99% of people who just want a car that works. But I want to hear from you. Does the lack of Apple CarPlay kill the deal? Or is that 319-mile range enough to make you forget about it? Let me know in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And if you want more deep dives into the newest tech on wheels, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.